You know that feeling that comes over you when something is going on with your kids and you just want to fix it? You're like, I'm gonna jump in, I gotta intervene. I'm gonna do something about this. They cannot cope right now. I need to help them. They're not ready for this. I just don't think this is the right time for them to learn that lesson the hard way. You know the feeling. It's that desire to jump in and rescue them. That's what we're gonna talk about today. Rescuing our kids, if it works, why we wanna do it, and how to do things a little differently. Welcome back to my channel. I am Rachel Norman from my website, A Mother Far From Home, where I talk about babies and toddlers and early elementary routines, sleep. I'm a language of listening coach. I mentor moms. I have programs. I have worked with thousands of moms and helped them to have family life they love. I'm the founder of Life School at Home, where we equip kids from toddler to teen to get ready for life, to learn the soft and hard skills they need to know to survive. I have a podcast called A Mother Far From Home, and I've written 2 books. If Mama Ain't Happy, Ain't Nobody Happy. Why Minding Healthy Boundaries is Good for the Whole Family, and a book that I have coming out in March called Precious in His Sight, which is a devotional full of prayer prompts for our kids. And today I'm here to talk about rescuing. Let's just dive in. I know it's gonna be popular and maybe also hated, but I just gotta say, I am a big I want to rescue my kids so bad. I'm a failed rescuer. Let's put it like that. I'm a failed rescuer because I wanted to rescue them so bad. It ain't even worked when I tried. But I can't help it. That part of me just, I want to rescue them. I want to save them. I don't want them to have any hardship. I love them. I want them to have an excellent life. I want them to have excellent character. I don't want them to feel pain. I don't want them to be in situations that might make them to feel bad. I definitely don't want them to be rejected. I flat sure don't want them to be abandoned. I don't want them to think they're not as pretty or smart or handsome or anything as the other kids. I want them to feel good about themselves because I love them. And all these things contribute to me sometimes wanting to rescue them. And I say I'm a failed rescuer because I've basically given it up because it doesn't work. But I used to be a chronic rescuer. You might relate. So before we go any further, let's kind of talk about what does it mean to rescue. I mean, I'm sure we could define this a lot of ways, but more or less it's the feeling, it's a worry or a fear or an anxiety. It's a rising up of feelings inside of you that's like, oh, I need to jump in. I need to intervene. I need to fix this. I need to make it okay. I need to take away the consequences. I need to change the situation so they don't feel bad. I need to swoop in and make it better so they don't have to live with anything. I need to just make everything good and padded room. It's that feeling, and you'll know what I mean. If you can think about it for a little bit, you can probably conjure up that feeling. And then you'll start to recognize it in day-to-day life when it comes up inside of you, like, ooh, I've got to make it okay for them. I've got to make it okay. And that's what rescuing is. It's us taking on and trying to control things that may be under our control, maybe not really, to try to make it better for our kids because, well, let's get into why. There's quite a few reasons why we could rescue, but one of them, and the main one, is because we just don't think they can handle it. We don't think they can handle it. You know, they don't bring their lunch for the 15th time that year and we're just gonna drive it back up to them because we don't think they can handle not having their lunch that day. That's just the example everybody uses, you know? They get in trouble or they don't do something they were supposed to do and there are some negative consequences and we don't think they can handle feeling bad, so we fix it so they don't have to. We have said we were gonna have something that needed to happen and a consequence and they don't do it even though they knew, like literally they knew what was gonna happen. And then they feel bad, they seem like they're suffering maybe, and then it's like, okay. Why would I let them suffer if I could just do something different? And, you know, we do it because we don't think they can handle it, right? We do it, we rescue at times because we view them as powerless. We don't think they have the power to handle it. We think we have it. We don't think they have it. And so we feel compelled to jump in and fix it for them so that they can be okay. We think we have to do everything and micromanage all these things to make them okay because we don't think they're okay. So I'm gonna circle back and talk about when we rescue, what message it sends to our kids, because this is a key I like to say and tell moms because it kind of helps them stop doing it sometimes. So when we rescue our kids, we're sending them the message that, you know, we don't think they can handle it. Whatever we have to rescue them from, if it's sadness and we jump in, okay, be happy, think about, write 15 things you're grateful for and then you won't feel sad, la 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 la. I'm not saying gratitude's bad, duh, of course it's not bad. But if we're in the habit of continually rescuing our kids from feeling sad, it's because we don't think they can be sad. So what are we communicating? That being sad is bad or scary, or that they can't handle it. So if our kids are mad, but we say we have a boundary, no, you can't have, or a bag of Oreos at the grocery store, we're going to eat after, whatever. And they throw it down and they don't like it and they're mad. If we try to rescue them from being mad, okay, you can have one, only one. Okay, fine, you can have two, only two though. And then you're gonna sit for 5 minutes in the car and think about this situation, We try to jump in and rescue them from being mad. We're communicating to them, anger makes me change my mind. Anger is powerful. It's so powerful. It changes adults' actions. It communicates, don't be angry, don't be angry. I'll do anything to make you not angry. Some moms, and I have this a lot, their children, it's like anytime they have to be away from a parent for a little bit, even if it's in the house, they totally freak out. So then it's like, okay, yeah, come by me. Okay, yes, sit by me in the toilet. Yes, turn the other way, or depending on their age or whatever, Okay, sit right side of the shower. Yes, okay, you woke up in the night and you were scared. Yes, come to me 15 times. Okay. What you're communicating, if you rescue your child from having to ever be in their own company, you're communicating that, it is scary to be alone. You're communicating, yeah, it's bad. You're communicating, I will always be here to stop you from having to be alone or abandoned by me. You're communicating, you're right. There is something not good about being alone. The fact that you're rescuing them from this thing is proof to them they need to be rescued because it's not good. So when we get in the habit of rescuing our kids from whatever our shtick is, we can all have different ones that trigger our desire to rescue. And again, there's the normal mom protection things we do, and there's the inner feeling, that energy, I've got to rescue. There's the difference. Don't tell me you will know the difference, okay? So there's always the desire for us to want our kids well, and then there's this need to jump in and rescue because we don't think they're okay. This is the one I'm talking about. You know what I mean? When we live in this energy, we are building a case for our kids that they're right, that they need rescuing, because you know what? They can't cope. It's the exact opposite of how to equip your kid and have confidence and help them grow confidence that they have power, that they're okay, that they can handle things, right? So this leads me to my last point. I feel like everybody's gonna hate this video. Tell me if you hate this or if you like, it's so true you hate it, is that actually once we decide and commit to stop rescuing and do something a little different, it becomes much easier because our kids actually begin to learn the skills needed to be able to handle these things, right? Our kids can't, this is important, our kids cannot emotionally mature if we do not let them learn to experience and feel the range of human emotions and help them learn to process those emotions. They can't learn to deal with disappointment if you never let them be disappointed. They don't know how to process and manage their anger if you never let them get angry. They don't know how to handle sadness or even guilt or feelings of being ashamed, like the good kind, the kind when you do something bad and you're ashamed, right? They don't know how to handle these if we distract them from these bad emotions and try to rescue them. When we do that, they never learn to handle these and they remain emotionally immature. So when we stop rescuing, we communicate, you can handle this, and guess what? I'm here. I'm your mom. I ain't going nowhere. I'm gonna help you learn to handle that. I'm gonna help you process that. I might help you facilitate that emotion to work through it. I'm here, I'm not going anywhere. I'm your biggest fan. I'm your #1 cheerleader. But I know you can handle it, and I'm gonna let you. This is empowering. And then you begin to gather proof that your kids can handle it. You begin to gather proof they were okay. I didn't give them what they wanted and it was okay. I held a normal, healthy, reasonable boundary and nobody mutinied. Nobody ran away from home. Like, it actually worked. So sometimes these changes you need to make take a little bit of time to prove themselves, but once they do, they work. So if you are a chronic rescuer like I was, now I'm a failed rescuer, if that's where you're coming from, take heart. You and so many other moms, right? It is a point of growth in your motherhood journey to tackle this head on and say, you know what, I'm gonna stop doing that. I don't need to do that. I believe in my kids so much. I know they can handle a little bit of this. I know they can. If you need some help, remember my workshop, How to Stop Being Tossed to and Fro from Your Kids' Emotions, is free right now, and you can get the link below and you can begin to unravel some of this. Be sure to check out my next video for more helpful tips.